I started working with Kendrick and his mother, he was really slipping through the cracks. She was very nervous and scared about the path that her son would be on if he didn't get the right education.
I remember in first grade, one of his schools, he used to come home with these big red X's. She would put a 30 on his paper and he would just be so crushed, you know, and his feelings were so hurt.
Math has always been easy. What was harder was writing and reading.
When Kendrick was in the 7th grade, out of nowhere, and I don't know, I don't think I've ever told this story, where he just broke down and started crying. He said, "I'm a bum." He said, "I'm gonna be a bum." He said, "I don't know what I'm doing. Nobody likes me." Excuse me. Sorry. I know I'm not smart. Kids pick on me. They always call me a bum. That's when I turned my hat backwards and I was like, not this boy. Not my son. As we approached high school, I was really worried about Kendrick. And I would say, my son needs help. I don't want to have any more missed opportunities where I can get him help education-wise. What can we do? You know, well, if he just studied harder, if you just worked more, or I've been told, did you try not letting him do basketball? Yeah. Why would I take the one thing that makes him happy?
It makes me feel like I'm just being myself. It just makes me block everything out and feel like that nothing can really get in my head.
It wasn't until Tawanda got extra summer reading tutoring on her own that someone said to her, we need to get him evaluated to see if he has dyslexia.
My case was substantiated, so I reached out for an attorney again. I couldn't have done it without Jillian. She went to one PPT with me, one. So after all these IEPs and all these PPTs, walking into that PPT with Jillian, you know, I was armed at that point. And then after the meeting's over, she calls me, she goes, they're gonna offer him some education, outplaced.
Having the special education legal fund, it can change a family's life having that sort of advocacy. There were many teachers that tried to help and support Kendrick along the way, but it was in a system that unless there was a legal challenge against them, nothing was going to change.
What Special Education Legal Fund was founded to do was to find students that were slipping through the cracks in the special education system and to provide them with the advocacy they need so that they can have the appropriate education that is their right under the law.
They played a huge role in our success to win against the school system. I feel like at some point I would have just gave up completely and probably dropped out.
KJ was in 3 high schools in 3 years.
If you graduate from high school and you can't read, you can't hold a job. You can't have a productive life in society as part of society.
Kendrick was able to access the appropriate education to help build him up and build back up his self-esteem and help him become an independent learner. And now he's on his way to college.
I'm going to Morgan State University. I learned for myself, I learned how determined and how much of a hard worker I am.
Get it, get it! Woohoo!
KJ, oh man. I learned that, you know, I think I want to be him when I grow up.
KJ's success story is very much his success story and his mother's success story. It was his mother that took the advocacy course. It was his mother that worked 2 jobs to support his tutoring. It was his mother that found the attorney. It was his mother that found S.E.L.F.
I heard Kendrick make a statement once, I don't want to survive, I want to live. He's going to go live.